Hey guys, Maxwell here. One area that I can really help people, especially magicians, and there's some pretty big and famous magicians that have come to me for help with nutrition and diet to help stay slim, because it's an area that really interests me. So if you're having trouble in this area, the first thing I want to say is that it's not your fault. You're living in an environment that is completely inhospitable, completely different, a food environment I'm talking about. You're living in a food environment that is completely unnatural. The high-tech revolution that we're in the middle of is obvious when we turn on a television or a computer or we get on the internet. We know that there's a lot of technology that's going into that experience, but we don't realize how much technology goes into the experience of opening up the refrigerator and pulling out a snack or making dinner. It's high-tech business. It's very, very high-tech. The packaged food revolution happened in the 1950s. The packaged foods were invented: Twinkies, Starbursts, all the candies, all the highly processed foods that we were born into the world, and they just seemed so normal because they were all around us already. But it's completely abnormal. And if you're having a problem with your weight, the problem isn't you. The problem isn't your lack of discipline or lack of anything. It's not a slow metabolism. It's not that you're big boned. The problem is that you live in a food environment that's completely unnatural for your body. Your body can't understand it, and it can't thrive in that environment. It's no different than if you were in a place that had polluted air. And of course you would have problems, from that pollution. You breathe the air that's around you. And as humans, we eat the food that's around us. The important part is to change your environment, to get those processed foods, those high-tech modern foods out of your environment. Get them away from you. Don't buy them at the store. If you have them in your house already, give them away. Give them to people that are actually hungry. I make a joke when people ask me if I'm hungry. I make a joke that I haven't been hungry in 7 years. Because most people nowadays don't even let themselves get remotely hungry. We eat at the slightest inclination, at the slightest provocation. We've got food next to us and we grab it. They're snacking most of the time. So give that highly processed food to someone who's actually hungry. Get it out of your environment. The problem isn't you. It's not that. It's not you. It's not you. It's not a problem with you. The problem is your food environment. It's all the oil that's added to your foods. It's all the fiber that's removed from your foods, all the water that's removed from your foods. The problem isn't you. Once you realize that, it's very, very simple to stay slim. But until you realize that, it's incredibly complicated and painful. It's a painful experience. When I see a beautiful human being walking toward me on the street, but they're very obviously living in a completely unnatural food environment, and their body is paying the price for it. They're paying the price for it with every step, with every move they make. When I see that, it just breaks my heart, because the world isn't set up to support people, being healthy. It's set up so that companies can make money selling products. And the supermarket and the convenience store isn't full of healthy foods that are going to support you. It's full of foods that are easy to sell and easy to make a profit on, easy to manufacture, easy for companies to protect the intellectual property rights on those products. The convenience store is full of potato chips and candy, not because that stuff is actually very tasty or because it's good for you. It's in the store because it's easy to sell. Has a very, very long shelf life. So anyway, this video is it's not like a finished piece or anything on this subject. There could be a much better video made about these topics. They're very important, but it's just a start, just to open up a conversation. If you think about these issues and you realize that the problem isn't a defect in you, the problem is the foods in your environment, then I think you'll have some power to make a change. The best resource I know for making dietary change and actually getting healthy is Dr. McDougall, drmcdougall.com, drmcdougall.com. look for his free program. He's got the free program online. It's very easy and delicious to follow. But anyway, the first step is to realize that the problem is in your environment, not inside of you.